Hey guys, this is Fred Richani here to present you with a retro recap of WWE TLC. With TLC 2015 right around the corner, I figured let's take a trip down memory lane. Now, if you want to check out our other TLC retro reviews, 2009 to 2012, all you got to do is, of course, go on soundcloud.com/TLC News, find us on iTunes, or go on youtube.com/The Sports Courier. So sit back, relax, enjoy, and if you like this, please don't forget to subscribe. What's up, everybody? This is Fred Richani of the Sports Courier with the WWE TLC pay-per-view recap show. Excuse my voice, I'm not only under the weather again, but I just got done doing a 3.5-hour live chat. Yes, that's right. I was on the air all night long, recapping all the action we saw on tables, ladders, and chairs. And yes, we are also doing a special live chat for Royal Rumble next month and Elimination Chamber and pretty much every pay-per-view humanly possible. So stay tuned for that. But anyway, let's focus on the event at hand. TLC. Randy Orton beat John Cena clean, well, as clean as can be, in a TLC match to win the unified WWE World Heavyweight Championship. The official name is WWE World Heavyweight Championship. The match was really good. I don't know if I'd call it great. I mean, maybe great. The build-up really hurt it. The fact that it had a 3-week build, the fact that it had this great video package, but it would have been great like 2 months ago. The fact that they're unifying the titles on a pay-per-view that probably nobody bought. Just kind of sad. Cena fell off the ladder through a table perched on the corner. He actually fell towards the bottom part of it, so the whole table didn't break in half. So the visual wasn't that great. Plus, Orton took like 10 years to unhook the title, kind of almost to like tease us that maybe something's going to happen. But instead, he unhooked the pseudo clothes hanger / belt holder. And yep, he was unified champion. Vince McMahon came out with Triple H and Stephanie. They celebrated, and they were all one big happy, authoritative family. This match, again, it was all right. Very good. I'd say very good. Maybe borderline great. But I don't know. I think there's just a sense of emptiness as a fan. Because you watch this show, and it's kind of the same sense of emptiness I saw with I had after watching WrestleMania Live. Never mind the fact that they gave me seats with an obstructed view. They did later take care of me, which was nice of them, but they gave me an obstructed view. Cena and Rock posed, and I thought it was a beautiful moment. I thought it was nice to see two all-time greats pose, two guys that busted their asses for WWE. Celebrating and, soaking in the cheers from the fans. I mean, there were a lot of boos, too, but, a lot of fans did cheer for him. And I thought it was a nice moment. The guy that busted his ass to make WWE what it was 10 years ago, along with the guy that's been busting his ass the last 10 years to make WWE what it is now. And some would argue it's not that great right now, but, listen, Cena's been the one constant, the consistent draw, busting his ass, working his ass off. You don't have to like him, but you got to respect his work ethic. But afterwards, I felt a sense of emptiness. I thought, okay, so John Cena wins. Now what? What happens now? They've had The Rock for the last 3 years, and they made no new stars using The Rock. They made no new stars using The Rock's spotlight on WrestleMania, outside of maybe The Shield, and The Shield lost steam for a while after WrestleMania. It was just a sense of emptiness, unfortunately. A sense of what now? We've seen Randy Orton be that heel champion. We've seen Randy Orton be the corporate bitch. We've seen, Triple H, verbally bury people. We're actually getting a call right here. I'll actually take calls in just a second. I'll recap the show real fast for anybody that didn't see it. But, I don't know. It just, what next? We haven't seen any new matches with Randy Orton. We've seen him wrestle Daniel Bryan the last 4 or 5 months, including that match they made you want to forget in July. We've seen Orton wrestle Cena too many times. I don't think Goldust or Cody Rhodes is going to get a singles title shot. It'd be cool if they got a triple threat match shot, but I doubt it. Biggie Langston's not ready. Roman Reigns isn't ready. Triple H? Oh, wow. Yeah, Triple H, Randy Orton, because those matches blew the roof off the place in the past, especially WrestleMania 25. It's like, what's next? Even the CM Punk Randy Orton match that's proposed for WrestleMania 30, like, I'm not excited for that at all. Now, if Cena won, it would be more of the same old, but at least he'd be protected. At least you know that he wouldn't win via some screwy finish. And yes, Randy Orton won clean now in a tables, ladders, and chairs match that did not require a pinfall or submission. But is he going to be winning clean the rest of the way? Or is he going to be a guy like he's been the last 3 months, booked like a complete bitch and second fiddle to Triple H, the semi-retired, over 40 pro wrestler? I guess we'll see. I don't know. I'm happy there's a clean finish. But at the end of the day, just because this wrestling sucks right now, and that wrestling has sucked the last 4 months, doesn't mean I should lower my standards of what good wrestling is, especially when we actually had some really good wrestling over the summer from WWE themselves. Now, there was some really good wrestling on the show. We had a tag title match, 4-way. It was the Rhodes brothers taking on Ryback and Curtis Axel, Rey Mysterio and Big Show, and Swagger and Cesaro, the Real Americans. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I understand this wasn't booked as an elimination match before. Maybe I missed it, but I didn't know until they actually did the first elimination, which was Ryback Axel. What a terrible team name. Then the Real Americans got eliminated, and then it was Big Show and Rey Mysterio who got eliminated by the Rhodes brothers. But it was a great sequence at the end. At the end of the night, Cody Rhodes hit the crossroads on Rey Mysterio. Didn't sell it as well as Seth Rollins, but still a nice spot. 1, 2, 3. Both teams embraced afterwards. Great show of sportsmanship. Definitely the best run the tag team divisions had, in 2013 in a long time. Kudos to the Shield, for real, and definitely kudos to Rhodes brothers. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing them wrestle at WrestleMania, but a part of me would love to see them stay teaming up for a long time. They're just so great together. Also, speaking of the Shield, we had the Shield in a 3-on-1 handicap match to open the show with CM Punk. That was one of the better matches on the show. I'd probably say maybe the third best match on the show. I think I'd put the tag title match. I don't know. The Orton and Cena match was really good, and those guys, did take some chair shots and table shots and stuff like that. So I'm inclined to give that the number one spot as best match of the night. But I don't know. I think there was more intrigue, and I think the crowd was a little bit hotter actually towards the end for Rhodes versus Show and Mysterio. I think I'd still put the Rhodes brothers number one again for best match, then Cena and Orton, then Punk versus Shield. This was a good match. They had a spot where Punk was on the outside. Roman Reigns ran at him for a spear. Punk ducked, or I guess moved out of the way, pushed Roman Reigns, and Roman Reigns flew over the announcer's table. I don't know if he actually hurt his eye or not. It looked bad. He was certainly selling it. The doctor was checking on him. And so after that, they had the match, kept progressing, whatever, right? And then CM Punk got Seth Rollins up, hit the GTS. I almost said AA. I guess C Nation's taking over my mind here. Then he went for the AA on Ambrose. Ambrose slipped out of the way. Then Reigns went for a spear. Punk moved out of the way. Ambrose got speared. And then Punk threw Reigns out of the ring. 1, 2, 3. Punk wins. Now, I think Punk should have lost the match so they could slowly build up dissension between the Shield rather than right away. I think this is a lot less subtle than the type of booking they've been doing with the Shield. I think they should break up after WrestleMania. I don't think they should break up right now. Now's not the time. But who knows? They're desperate for new stars, but I just think it's the wrong time. We had the Wyatt family against Bryan. Bryan made Bray Wyatt look like $1 million. Seriously. It gives me hope for a Bray Wyatt, Daniel Bryan singles match at Royal Rumble. Because, wow, Daniel Bryan made him look like $1 million. Great showing by Daniel Bryan. Luke Harper held his own. Bray Wyatt was creepy, but man, the MVP of this match, shocker, Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan had a great sequence where I think he took out Erick Rowan. He hit a suicide dive on, what's his name? I think it was Luke Harper on the outside. I think he springboarded back in the ring or tried to climb off the top rope, but I think Bray Wyatt caught him and then hit the Sister Abigail for the pinfall. Big one for Bray Wyatt, but at the end of the day, it's a 3-on-1 handicap match, so what does he really gain? AJ Lee won the had a really good match with Natalya by Divas standards for the Divas Championship. She retained the title when she reversed the sharpshooter while holding Natty's hair into a small package. So AJ Lee retains the title despite getting into that dust up with Michelle Beadle I mean, AJ is expected to be punished. For those that don't know, they filmed Tribute to the Troops. Michelle Beto of Access Hollywood, formerly of ESPN, currently with NBC. She was one of the guest hosts, and I guess AJ, this is confirmed by Wrestling Observer, AJ saw her talking to Punk, and either she approached Michelle while she was talking to Punk or after, and depending on what you believe, she either cussed her out or at the very least gave her stern talking to that was seen as disrespectful by management and was in front of management. And for those that know about anything about Tribute to the Troops, that's like the number one PR show for WWE. Yes, they're doing a good thing, but come on, they're also doing it for public relations. They're also doing it to have some positivity in WWE news. And for AJ Lee to go about her bitness like that, well, I guess she's getting punished. I don't know how they're going to punish her. Are they going to keep her off of shows? Are they going to kill off the Divas title? Is she going to lose to Ava Marie, as some people predicted, which would be shocking yet absolutely hilarious? Well, I don't know. I'm sure AJ right now is probably like, whew, I dodged the bullet there. Although if she sees the booking sheet on Monday and it says Ava over AJ, she's probably going to be like, but hey, you got to be professional, right? That's professional wrestler. By the way, Stephanie McMahon said the phrase professional wrestling. Most bizarre thing. So AJ Lee won. Biggie Langston won against Damien Sandow. It was okay. Just a Raw match. Okay. Let's see. We had a Brawling Buddies like pseudo commercial backstage segment thing with the primetime players and Kane. It was weird. Brodus Clay and R-Truth wrestled. R-Truth beat him. I don't care. Miz and Kofi Kingston in a no DQ match. Crowd chanted boring. Kofi won. This feud must continue. And let's see. And we also got, and real quick, we'll take these calls in just a second, but we also had one more match. Fandango, Dolph Ziggler. Poor Ziggler lost via flying leg drop to Fandango. So there you have it. Now, if you're just joining us for this live recap show, how it works is I recap the show as I just did. I take your calls. I take your questions. I'm also going to name the winner of the Best Commenter Award. So if you participate in a live chat, if you're participating right now, chances are you might be the winner. And whoever wins gets a free DVD of their choice. Stay tuned for that. We'll announce it in a few minutes. Also, just to let anybody know that's new here, of course, we got the recap right now. This is our usual live schedule for the week. Sometimes we go live for Friday Night SmackDown as well. And we got a ton of live shows and exclusive interviews, so you definitely want to check that out. Plus, we have a music video called Totally Lame Creative, totally parodying WWE's awful booking lately. All right, so Scott Anderson asks me, is Orton now the legit champion? As legit as you can be after you're pedigreed by a semi-retired pro wrestler. So what happens when you have... So this is what happens when you have a nut as a champion. Parentheses AJ. I don't know what that means. Are you putting over AJ? The biggest surprise of the night was that there was no surprises. I agree. Totally agree there. For the fact that we didn't outside of a brief Vince appearance throughout the night, yeah, I agree. I think that was actually a good thing. But it's 4 months too late. And we're actually getting a call here. Let me see if we can take this. Right now, we are taking calls. We are taking questions. Okay. And somebody else is calling me. Well, we're going to have to wait because I'm already taking the call right here. Yeah. All right, you are on the air. Who is this and where are you calling from?
Cairo Amador.
Hey, Cairo, what's up, man? What did you think about TLC?
I literally have no words about that ending. I really don't. I'm so disappointed because honestly, I'm the type of guy that likes the screwy finishes and stuff like that. Like, honestly, I really don't like it when people, when people do clean finishes. Like, honestly, I was either hoping that Triple H was going to do something. I was hoping that, while Cena was on the floor pantering, just thinking about stuff, I honestly thought that he was going to get back up and go after Randy Orton. Like, honestly, because I thought Cena would get, literally that pissed. So...
I'm sorry, Cairo. I don't know how you can be a pro wrestling fan if you don't like logical booking and clean finishes and things that would actually occur in real life, though. I mean, in real life, let's just use like for example, like George St. Pierre, he's fighting Johnny Hendricks. Can you imagine Dana White coming out and like slapping George St. Pierre and then Johnny Hendricks knocks him out? Like that would never happen. And for that to happen on 4 straight pay-per-views or something like that, some kind of screwy finish, like I don't know, like that's not wrestling. That's just, I don't know. It's not wrestling. It's just a cop out for bad booking, I think. But I understand what you're saying. I mean, you're a Cena fan. You want to see him win, and I do appreciate the call. And listen, I would have liked to have seen Cena win as well because I think he'd be booked, arguably be booked a lot better than Randy Orton will the next 4 months, just because he's John Cena. And I'd rather see a strong champion that's been shoved down our throats rather than another champion that's not booked well and is shoved down our throats. Okay. Kyle Christopher says, Orton won. Get over it. I loved it personally. No interference. That was nice, although, again, at the end of the day, he won in a match that didn't feature any pinfalls or submissions. And I don't know. Like, he's been booked like a bitch the last 3 months. So even though he won now, does the win really do anything for him? When it took place at a pay-per-view nobody cared about, that was booked on the fly? Not really, which is the feeling I got, too, afterwards. Jeremy says, I think Bryan will defeat Wyatt at the Royal Rumble and then go on to win a Royal Rumble match. I would love to see that. I hope you're right, bro. David Darneal, at David Darneal, says, what the F, honestly? Orton, really? I call BS. At The Real Hardcore with the K asks me, what did you think of the TLC pay-per-view overall? I thought it was kind of like a themed Raw, in a sense. I mean, I don't know. I mean, again, maybe it's just because I've seen a lot of really good matches on Raw, or like at least like one good match on Raw every now and then. It kind of gets blurred together, and there's so much wrestling out there. Well, we'll take this call right here. I mean, I'd give it a thumb in the middle, just because we had a clean finish, but that's really grading on a curve. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, is it something that's historic that you're gonna remember forever? I mean, outside of Manpreet, who's the biggest Randy Orton fan I know, I don't really know, man. All right, you are on the air. Who is this, and where are you calling from?
Hey, I'm from New York.
Nice. What did you think about the Cena match, Mr. Man from New York?
Okay.
You thought it was okay. What do you think about Randy Orton being the WWE champion?
No.
You don't like it?
No.
What do you think about John Cena being WWE champion?
I am the real Hulk.
Okay, that's...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I think that guy was smoking some doobies there. But that's okay though. I have a good sense of humor. It's good. Although the soundboard trick that doesn't really work too well. It's 2013. Try something new. At least if you're gonna prank call me, call me with like Arnold Schwarzenegger. You know what I mean? Like that never gets old. Who's your daddy? What does he do? I'm John Kimball. Really? Oh, well. Nice try, though. You get an E for effort. Okay. Orton won, which is different because it's not the same. Let's see what happens and where they go with it. How's it different, Scott? We've seen Orton as champion on and off as champion the last 3 months. I'm not confident that they're going to book Randy Orton well at all. Although Manpreet is happy. Okay, we will either get Orton versus Cena, Orton versus Punk, or Orton versus Jericho at Royal Rumble. We'll see. Actually, Manpreet is calling right here. He's the biggest Randy Orton fan I know. Let's get him on Skype right here. Hey, Manpreet, you are on the air, man. Now, you must be ecstatic right now.
Oh my God, I can't believe what just happened. Randy Orton just beat John Cena clean.
Well, as clean as he could beat a guy in a TLC match, but yes, he did.
He proved everybody wrong. John Cena said that Randy Orton better not make any Randy Orton excuses, and he didn't. He won.
That is true, and your avatar is Randy Orton on Skype with the WWE Championship, so I know you're a big fan. But now I got to ask you, where does Randy Orton go from here? Where is your boy going to be booked like he's been booked the last 4 months, or is your boy going to be booked a little bit better, you think?
I think he's going to be booked better now. I mean, he beat Cena clean. I mean, I thought Triple H was going to come out and screw him, but I guess not.
Yeah, but this is the same company that tried to build up Alberto Del Rio as a credible challenger to Cena, and now he's losing to Sin Cara. So, I don't know. I mean, I don't have that much confidence in them, honestly. But we'll see. I mean, what was your favorite spot in that match?
When Cena was hanging on with the
belt
with
with the
title,
belts, yeah.
and Randy Orton was beating him with the chair.
Very cool, very cool. Yeah, I know. I thought it was a very good match. I mean, maybe borderline great. I just think it's a shame they didn't at least save it for Royal Rumble, because I think the attraction of a unification that was built up over 2 months, in addition to a Royal Rumble match, I think would, or in addition to having the Royal Rumble on top of a unification match at Rumble, would help the pay-per-view greatly. And instead, we're probably just gonna get some throwaway title match and the Rumble match. And I don't know. I mean, they didn't build it up very well last year. I remember they had Cena cut some horrible promo, last year about the Royal Rumble. So hopefully this year will be a lot better. I don't know.
But the crazy thing is, Orton went through 3 tables and still came back. He went through every table that there was, I think.
He did. And it looked, and knock on wood, it looks like both guys are, I'm not going to say unscathed because it's a tables, ladders, and chairs match, but I don't know. Both guys looked okay, which is good because both have been hurting, over the years. So hopefully no injuries or no major injuries for either guy, and we'll see. So what's your prediction for Royal Rumble? What's going to happen? Who's Orton's next challenger?
CM Punk.
CM Punk?
That's what it looks like.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I think. I mean, do you think they're going to have another rematch with John Cena and Randy Orton at Rumble?
I hope not.
But I guess since Cena lost his title, wouldn't he get a rematch, or I don't know what they're going to do now.
Oh my god, but it's like these immediate rematches are so annoying. Can you imagine if UFC gave rematches to every single champion? The only time they give rematches to champions are when a fight ends controversially, or when a fighter who hasn't lost in a long time loses. Like, for example, Anderson Silva, Matt Hughes, guys like that. Like, or even Ronda Rousey. Like, say if Rousey loses to Miesha Tate, I would book a trilogy fight. Say if like when Silva lost, it was like, oh my god, Anderson Silva lost. We got to book a rematch. We got to see if it's a fluke or not. We've seen so many rematches. I just wish they'd break that trend. Although, considering the fact that they booked Brodus Clay versus R-Truth and Miz versus Kofi Kingston on this card, I don't know. I guess I have to err on the side of, same old booking for now. Totally lame creative until after Royal Rumble. But we'll see. Hopefully, they'll start picking up some steam. I think when Brock Lesnar comes back, maybe they'll get Hulk Hogan to come back and be the guest host. It'll breathe some new life. But at the end of the day, like, those guys are just a Band-Aid for a bullet wound. You know what I mean? Like, they still got to make new guys. They still got to get some credible challengers. I still think they got to do more with Daniel Bryan. But we'll see, man. But I do appreciate the call. Congratulations to your boy Randy Orton. He is the new WWE champion. I like Randy Orton. I just hate the way he's been booked the last few months. And it just, I don't know. I think it was a waste of a heel turn. It's like you turn him heel only to book him like a bitch. Like, I'm sorry. Like, dare I say, the last 2 years he's been a much better babyface than he has been a heel the last 4 months. Okay, and we're getting another call here, so let me take this. And somebody, I think, cussed at me in Spanish. All I got to say is, since I'm Venezuelan and can understand what you said, chupa mi huevos, and vamos, bitch. All right. You're on the air. Who's this and where are you calling from?
Matthew from Jacksonville, Florida.
Hey, man. Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars, who I think are... I think they're mathematically eliminated right now, but I think like earlier today they were still mathematically in it, which is very bizarre. But hey, that's the NFL parody for you. What did you think about this pay-per-view?
I think it sucked.
You think it sucked? All right. Well, compared to the standards they had with SummerSlam and Payback and Money in the Bank, you know what? I don't have a problem with you saying that, because you know what? We as fans, especially fans that pay money, you should expect more than what you're getting from the TV product. And honestly, I wouldn't even be surprised if tomorrow night on Raw, or technically, it's still 11:36. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if tomorrow night on Raw is once again better than the pay-per-view that preceded it.
Yeah, I thought last year's pay-per-view was much better. TLC.
Well, it also had the debut of the Shield, and that was definitely a good thing.
The Shield debuted at Survivor Series last year.
Well, I mean their first match.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was a great match.
Oh, yeah, with Kane, Ryback,
and Bryan. Yeah, that was like the best debut match I ever saw for like a team. It was awesome, or at least in this generation, that was pretty cool. What was the best match for you on this card, and what was the worst match?
The tag team match with Rey Mysterio. I like that match.
That was an awesome match. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like the Brodus Clay versus Truth match.
I don't know anybody that liked the Brodus Clay versus Truth match outside of Brodus Clay's mother, father, and cousins.
I think maybe if you watch Total Divas, Naomi was supposed to have a love storyline. I think maybe that her storyline might be with Xavier Woods.
Oh, yeah. But you know, John Uso, though, he gets jealous.
Yeah.
He does, but...
So he might have a heel turn.
That'd be interesting. That'd be interesting to see. Well, man, I thank you for the call. Appreciate it. Sorry about the Jags losing today, but wish them the best. At least they showed some fight after starting out 0-8. You know, more fight than my Giants showed. Ugh. Yeah, we're getting another call here. Well, we did. Okay. Jeff Allenson says, what a farce. Orton wins. Big deal. Cena will probably get a rematch tomorrow night. I'm sick to death of both of these overrated, mega, overpushed jerks. That's a funny way to put it, Jeff. All right, we'll take this call right here. Some people are saying that Cena will now win the Royal Rumble and beat Orton for the title at Mania. Dear God, I hope that doesn't happen. I don't know. I hope that doesn't happen either. I'll have to talk to some people. I also have to lay under a bus if that happens. You are on the air. Who's this and where are you calling from? Hello, you're on the air. Who's this and where are you calling from? Hello. Okay. Guess it must have been Brodus Clay's mama gonna go off on me for thinking her son's match sucked. All right. Let's see. I said this earlier, but I feel like if either man won, I'd be disappointed. I hate seeing Cena as champion, but Orton's not being booked well enough to be champion. Yeah, it's the same way. You know, I'm with you, bro. I guess I'm okay with the finish, but it's just whatever. It's status quo. Yeah. And, Jeremy also reminds us they had Daniel Bryan beat Cena clean, and look what happened afterwards. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Matt Ruiz said, sorry, but this once again was not a clean finish. Watch and wait for Cena to complain and bitch that he lost only because he was handcuffed. Yeah, even though it was an ODQ match. Maybe on Raw we will see Invisible Corrupt False God feud with Vince McMahon. Cena may team up with a bunch of hateful skinheads. I don't know. And yes, for the record, I didn't know the guy was on a soundboard. I was just waiting to see if he was going to give me some good material to work with, and instead, he was very, very slow on the draw. So, step your soundboard game up. Actually, don't call me if you actually want to do soundboards, because then I might get flagged for copyrights, and then I'll hate all you. But anyway, we'll take this call right here. Hopefully, it won't get dropped like a bad habit. Let's see right here. And yeah, more people saying maybe we'll get Orton versus Jericho. I'd like to see that. You're on the air. Who's this and where are you calling from?
This is Zippa.
Hey, what's up, Zippa? What's going on, man?
What's going on?
What did you think about the TLC pay-per-view?
I kind of figured Orton would win.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Cena's been on the top for a while, so I figured, Orton would probably win.
Yeah, that's true. But what do you see next for Randy Orton and John Cena up to WrestleMania? I guess we don't even know. Let's not even speculate because who knows what swerves are going to do. Let's just say
I hope Sheamus comes in.
Well, Royal Rumble. Let's just predict Royal Rumble. What's going to happen with Cena and Orton at Royal Rumble?
I predict Sheamus winning the Rumble.
Sheamus.
Yeah, I predict he's going to make some comeback in the Royal Rumble, wins it, and then goes to WrestleMania to fight Orton. I say Orton keeps the belt until WrestleMania. Now I see it kind of being Sheamus versus Orton.
I wouldn't mind seeing a Sheamus versus Orton match. I think that'd be an awesome match. Two things, though. I would not like to see Sheamus win the Rumble because they tried that before and he didn't get over. Two, for the title, same old, same old. I'd like to see Daniel Bryan in the title picture, but hey, we'll see. Maybe they'll do HBK versus Daniel Bryan. Who knows? We'll see. Now, what's next?
Oh, I hope they do.
Now, what's next for Cena for Royal Rumble? Is he going to be in the match? You think he's going to get a rematch? What do you think is going to happen?
I think he's going to get a rematch.
Ugh.
I think Vince is going to come in and grant him a rematch, and then I see him losing the rematch.
Orton Cena, 5,000 times in a lifetime.
I know, right?
Oh, Jesus, man. Well, thanks so much for the support, bro. Thanks so much for the call. Really appreciate it. We got a lot of comments here to get to. And then I'm going to get to the Best Commenter Award. All right, let's see what else we got here. All right. CM Punk versus The Shield was the best match to me. I'd probably disagree with that, honestly. But, hey, you know, it was decent. Not bad. It was decent. Okay. All right. Real quick, I'll get to some last tweets real quick, and then before we go, let me just get to the winner of the Best Commenter Award, because I know some people might want to know who's the best commenter. Well, the Best Commenter Award is going to go to. I wish I had like a drum roll, a drum roll or something. The Best Commenter Award this week goes to Chris Rose. So Chris Rose, who I'm assuming is not related to Derrick Rose, unless he also has a torn ACL. You, my friend, are the winner of the Best Commenter Award. Meaning, if you DM me your info via YouTube, Google+, Facebook.com/sportscourier, Twitter, whatever, just send me your info. I will get you a DVD of your choice as soon as humanly possible. So, if you want your free DVD, please let me know. I'll get you hooked up, my friend. So there you have it. Chris Rose, no relation to Derrick Rose, is the winner of our DVD contest. It's for the best commenter, the most interesting, insightful, funny. I found Chris Rose's stuff interesting. I vetted the comments with some of my dudes that don't appear on camera, and they were like, hey, yeah, I think Chris Rose is the real, as the Iron Sheik would say. So congratulations, Chris Rose. You are the winner of the best commenter contest. So congratulations, bro. All right, now let's get to some last tweets and comments before I get on out of here, because I am running out of my voice. All right. Let's see. David says, not sure which was worse, Miz versus Kofi Kingston, with Miz being a half-assed heel, or a blowout on Sunday Night Football. Was it a blowout? Did the Bengals really get blown out? Wow, what idiots. The Patriots lose, they got a chance to maybe get that. I think it's the number 2 seed they would have a chance to get. Stupid. Wow. Way to go. Honestly, I mean, I don't know why Marvin Lewis has been employed for as long as he has. He's not a very good coach. I think they like him, but he's just not a very good coach. But, you know, I guess the Cincinnati Bengals ownership have low standards. I guess like WWE these days. Ugh. Anyway. All right, last few comments here. Let me get to them. I was hoping the Wyatt family would come out and beat the living hell out of both Cena and Orton. You can only dream, my friend. Somebody's saying the contest was fixed. How dare you? Okay, Mr. Racer says TLC is a 10 out of 10 because of the finish. RSC says 5.5 out of 10. Oh, my God. Jeremy says, I hope you don't get another Cena Road to Redemption storyline. Stop reminding them of that. Oh, my God. Don't give him ideas, Jeremy. Please, don't give him ideas, dude. Oh, all right. I got actually a couple DMs here from Hunter. Yeah, and he sent me a meme of John Cena, and it's captioned, "If only I was able to kick out at 2." That is true. That is true. And Chris Rose says, I'm a distant cousin of Derrick Rose. I haven't met him yet, though. I don't know if that's true or not, but if that is, that's pretty cool. Okay, JTG versus Yoshitatsu versus Kurt Hawkins versus Randy Orton fatal 4-way match at WrestleMania 30. I'm sorry, dog. I don't think it's going to happen. Ugh. And, okay, we'll get to one last comment here. Randy Orton versus John Cena was the best match I've ever seen. If that's true, then either you got to go to rehab or you were born in 2005. So, folks, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share. Here's the schedule for this week. We got the Raw recap on Monday night. Same format as this. We got the SmackDown spoilers Tuesday night, along with the main event spoilers. We got the Impact Wrestling recap. And we got tons of exclusive interviews and live shows. We got interviews with guys like Booker T, Mick Foley, Diamond Dallas Page, Gail Kim, X-Pac, Rocky Johnson, Tony Atlas, Lance Storm, Edge. Just a ton. AJ Styles. You name it, we got it. Also, I should have Andrew Goldstein, formerly of WWE Creative and currently with VH1, on Tuesday evening. almost positive I'm going to have him. But he's going to be on this week, so please feel free to follow him on Twitter at AngeGold. Tell him the Sports Courier sent you. And, I should be having him on hopefully on Tuesday if his schedule gets cleared up. So until next time, everybody, tweet us, Facebook us, do what you got to do. Thanks so much for joining us. I need a good night's sleep. I hope you get one too. As always, enjoy the matches, or at the very least right now, tolerate them.